When you come to New Orleans, you're in for a good time. The sights, the sounds, the tastes, the culture. And that should still be true if you're coming in a wheelchair. I'm gonna help you navigate accessibility here, what to expect, and some of the solutions to make your trip the best possible. Because everyone should have a great time when they come to New Orleans. We'll start off where most visitors do, here at the Louis Armstrong International Airport, aka MSY. But first things first, there's a few things you want to do before you ever get here. Call your airline, plan your transportation, and set your expectations. Talking to your airline is super important so they're ready to streamline getting you onto and off of the plane. I always call ahead to let them know what type of wheelchair I have, that I need the ADA compliant seat, and that I'm traveling with a caregiver. You can sometimes specify these things if you buy tickets online, but there's no replacement for talking to a real person. And don't forget to request an aisle chair. Also, you want to arrange your transportation before you get to the airport. Rideshare services in New Orleans aren't wheelchair accessible yet, and there are only a few cab and rental companies you'll be able to use, so this is definitely something to plan ahead, but more on that later. Most importantly, let's set your expectations and don't forget to pack your patience. Traveling in a wheelchair is a process. I know that I'm gonna be the first person on the plane and the last person off, so I like to give myself a little extra time and just be prepared. So once you arrive to MSY, what's next? We've got a beautiful brand new airport, so your first welcome to the city actually has a lot to like accessibility-wise. It's easy to get around with a lot of signage and open space, great restaurants, and plenty of room for you to move. You'll also find accessible bathrooms throughout and family restrooms with adult changing tables both inside and outside the security checkpoint. So I mentioned delayed boarding before. If you don't get to baggage claim while it's still spinning, you can easily come to the airline customer service desk and they'll get you sorted. And if you need extra help while you're here at MSY, you can call customer service for an assist. New Orleanians, by and large, are happy to help, especially these folks in hospitality. So don't hesitate to ask for a hand if you need it. Now that you're safely through the airport, let's get you into town. There are a few options from cabs to rentals and public transportation. Again, the common rideshare apps won't work for you here, but WeLift is a local alternative for wheelchair accessible pickups. That brings us to rentals. There aren't a lot of options, so you shouldn't expect to just show up at the airport rental center and get what you need. Instead, I'll point you towards Superior Van and Mobility, which rent wheelchair accessible vans and can meet you here at MSY. Your most reliably accessible way into the city may actually be public transportation. So let's take a ride. The RTA buses throughout New Orleans, including the express route to and from the airport, are all wheelchair accessible, so this is going to be one of the best ways to get into town. The airport bus departs regularly from ground transportation. The best place to find schedules and routes is the RTA La Pass app on your phone. This shuttle takes you directly downtown, where you can connect with other RTA lines, the streetcar, or whatever mode of transportation works best for you and your travel plans. That's it for your arrival into New Orleans. If you have more questions, visit neworleans.com/accessibility. And next time, we'll talk about how you get around town once you're here. Until then, thanks for rolling with me.